Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah, we are here at Speaker's Corner, yet another day in which, mashallah, there are people of all different beliefs, all different faiths, all different thinkings, here for all different reasons. Some people are here for tourism, some people are here for preaching. But one thing that we can be certain of, and that is that we should be grateful that we are here. We should be grateful. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're an atheist, whatever it is, gratefulness is something that is lacking in our society. Being grateful, thanking somebody. In the Islamic tradition, we are told, he who does not thank the people does not thank God. That's why we have something very profound in the religion of Islam. When somebody does something to you or for you, we don't say thank you, because thank you technically doesn't mean anything. It's just there as a form of praise. It doesn't really have meaning attached to it. But Islamically, we say Jazakallahu khair. Yeah? Jaza, may Allah give you something better in return. There is a prayer in English. You pick up the phone, you say hello. What does the word hello mean? It doesn't really technically mean anything. It doesn't have anything attached to it. Yes, you can be told when you use it, in what situation you use it, but the definition doesn't really have meaning attached to it. In Islam, we say Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. And this is something that's incredibly important when you're interacting with other people. And that's why on a warm sunny day here at Speaker's Corner, we're here to answer questions that people have about Islam. And as I'm talking, if you do have any questions, feel free to just raise your hand and I will bring you in and we can engage in a very friendly, in an intellectual and an honest dialogue. My friend over here, you have a question.
Why do terrorists say Allahu Akbar before they blow themselves up?
Okay, very question. The gentleman over here says, why do people say Allahu Akbar before blowing themselves up? If I was to ask you a counter question, which is if somebody before blowing himself up shouted Mr. Bean, does it now make it the fault of Mr. Bean? Of course not. If somebody in Africa says Christ is King before blowing himself up, does that make it the fault of Christianity? Of course not. Allahu Akbar is a praise. And unfortunately and sadly, some of you may or may not be aware, it's been a couple of days that one of the hopefuls of the Conservative Party want to ban this term, Allahu Akbar, which is Allah is the greatest. But is this not a contradiction when it comes to freedom of speech? Is this not a contradiction? When you're hearing last couple of days on Facebook, somebody leaves a message, the police are banging on their door. Hello, hello, hello. Can we come in? You put a post on Facebook. However, when it comes to people saying Allah is the P word, you won't see GB News picking that up. You won't see BBC picking it up. However, when it came to Allahu Akbar, the BBC, no less than 2 times, felt the need to say there were some protesters and they also said Allahu Akbar as well. If we look at the Telegraph, how they covered the riots. They covered the right-wing riots by saying, oh, a keyboard warrior, making him seem to be some lone individual, and keyboard warrior to be a very comedic term. However, the counter-protests, people that were protecting their homes and their families and their mosques, they were targeted as Asian gangs. Asian gangs. So this is very important, guys. Lexicology, semantics, words are very important. Like I said, if some people have come in, if you have a question, just raise your hands like the kind gentleman over here did, and we can, engage in a friendly conversation. But like I was saying before this, gratitude. Gratitude is so important. In fact, some of the psychologists, they say, for you to be optimistic in the way you live your life, if you bring more gratitude into your life, you will, number one, live longer, you will be more happier, and you will be somebody that will be a joy to the people that you are around. If you are somebody that's pessimistic, somebody negative, somebody that's always looking at the glass as half empty, you will not only be miserable, it will take down your life expectancy and you will be in misery for the people around you. And this is something fundamental to Islam as well, that we see and we're supposed to see the glass as half full rather than half empty. I know some of you guys, one of the reasons we may be a bit thin on the ground today, because of the news. The news is pitting us against one another and saying, London, the UK is burning. I don't know about you.
There's a civil war going on.
Yes, the gentleman over here says there's a civil war going on. However, if you see the actual numbers that have come out, let's take the case study of Walthamstow. You had a handful of individuals, yeah? Nothing wrong with holding the Union Jack, but they identified as far right and they were very angry and frustrated. However, when you saw the camera pan to the left, you saw a sea of people that were counter-protesting the far right. In fact, now we are seeing wherever the far right go, they are being inundated by the counter-protests. And the counter-protests are not throwing projectiles at the police, because the current, at the moment, at least 50 police officers have had concussions, have had broken bones. I tell you, if you look at the last pretty much a year of pro-Palestinian protests that have happened, it's chalk and cheese.
That's called two-tier policing, because they treat you guys differently to the far right.
Okay. So the gentleman over here says that there is two. Listen to the answer, my friend. Listen to the answer. He says there is two-tier policing. I know, and you guys can Google this when you go home. People are getting knocked on the door because they are putting Palestinian flags outside their homes. Allahu Akbar. There is a concerted effort to criminalize that word. Well, I ask you, let's look on the flip side. Who has police knocking on their door for holding an Israeli flag? Not a single individual. Israelis say, Yam something high, Yam Summit high, or whatever it is. That's their proclamation before they start harming the Palestinians. Not all of them, of course. Which Israeli has been arrested? Which minister, which MP or budding MP is working to criminalize the chants of the Israelis, the chants of the far right? Zero, ladies and gentlemen, zero. If you look at the
favorite people of Allah, according to the Quran.
Okay, tell me more.
No. According to the Quran, they are favorite people.
Okay, the gentleman over here says.
All my people said, I choose you above all nations.
Okay, interesting.
That's what the Quran said.
Okay, the gentleman here says the Quran. One second. The gentleman over here says that in the Quran, Israel is the favorite. But what the gentleman won't tell you is Israel is another word for Jacob, Yaqub. Yeah, no need to look down now, sir. Bani Israel.
I didn't look down at all.
Okay, didn't respond.
What does Israel mean?
Israel, I just told you, is the name of Jacob.
Huh?
Jacob's name.
How Jacob become Israel?
That's his name. That's his name.
No, it was Jacob. How he become Israel according to the Allah?
That's his name. That's the name that's been given to him.
Who give?
That's why it's Bani Israel in scripture.
Who give?
In scripture, the title given to Jacob.
Where in the Quran says that Allah gives Jacob the name Israel?
It's
What the Quran says?
throughout the Quran, you see Bani Israel, the son of Israel. So I ask you,
How?
listen, my friend, listen. If the word is Bani Israel, Bani means the son of Israel. If I take, one second, sir. We have a lot of time here, don't worry.
That's good.
Yeah, if we say Bani Israel, the son of Israel, if I take your logic, then according to your logic, it's the son of the country. How does that make any sense whatsoever? The son of a country. How can you have a son of a country? And then if I tell you that the counter response to that is Yaqub, means Israel. Yeah, Bani Israel. That was a name of Jacob. Just like Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr was a title given to him. Abu Bakr was a title given to him. Israel was a title. Yeah, it was the name of Yaqub alayhi salam.
Where in the Quran says that Allah give a title Israel?
Okay,
To Jacob?
let's just say, I concede your point. Proceed.
Good.
Proceed.
No, I already had the question. That's my point.
Proceed though.
Where
What does that
Allah
mean? What does
says
that mean?
He gives the name Israel to Jacob.
I say, let's just say we concede that point. Continue. So what?
That's the question.
But I already responded to you. Let's just say you're right.
What did you respond? No, right. It's not right.
I
over
just
there.
said, let's just say you're right. What does that now mean? That Israel can bomb, carpet bomb, throw the equivalent of 2 Nagasaki bombs on Gaza and claim self-defense? Is this what we're saying? Because Israel is mentioned in the Quran, therefore you are now allowed, and you guys justify the ethnic cleansings of Palestinians?
I'm saying-
Well, that's why I'm
my
saying
question
continue.
is how Jacob become Israel according to the Allah?
I'm saying let's just say I accept your point. Continue. What's the point?
What's accepting the point? When you don't answer.
Okay, that's it. That's all the gentleman has.
Is-
Yeah, he doesn't have any follow-on point, but I'm telling you, this is in his head.
That's a question, mate.
If the follow-on
What is the
continues,
question is a
he's
question.
justifying now Israel is mentioned in the Quran. So what?
Yes,
I ask you, so what?
Yeah.
So what?
It's-
So what?
how the question is how Jacob
My
become
question,
Israel
my
according
response
to
is so
Allah.
what? If it was,
Allah
so
doesn't
what?
tell anything, yeah?
So what? What does it mean?
What does it mean? I am asking you how the Jacob become Israel.
That's it. That's it. That's the same question again and again.
Yeah, of course, because you're not
Justifying,
answering. You're
oh,
not answering.
Israel is mentioned in the Quran,
Exactly, you're not
therefore it
answering.
excuses
That's
the
the
crimes of Israel. Let me ask you one question. Do you condemn the acts of Israel with what you're seeing going
I
on?
condemn the acts of Hamas, Palestine.
Oh,
Both.
I told you, ladies and gentlemen.
I condemn both.
Piers Morgan is asking us to condemn Hamas when we respond with IDF. He says that's unacceptable. Well, I give you the same response, sir. When I ask you about Israel and you respond with Hamas, that is unacceptable. Condemn the murders of Israel if you have a heart in your body.
What? What you say?
As soon as I've mentioned the word heart,
I said I condemn both sides, mate.
as soon as I mention the word
I
heart,
condemn both
he is
sides.
confused.
I said I condemn
Heart,
both
my friend,
sides.
heart.
I condemn both sides.
What if I was to tell you that Israel, the starting of Israel, is terroristic? So terrorist beginnings. Even now, the acts of Israel are terroristic continuations, and the involvement of Israel in the UK
Read the story.
is dangerous. What do you have to say about that?
What I'm saying, if the tape as a starting, the starting of Islam is terrorist in itself.
I'm asking him to condemn Israel. He's saying, I condemn Hamas. I'm asking him to condemn Israel. He's saying Islam started like this. Okay, let me tell you something.
I condemn anyone.
My friend,
Anyone who kills
my
himself,
friend,
I
listen,
condemn.
listen.
Doesn't matter what they call it.
When it comes to Israel, and you're seeing the damage that they're doing, majority of the people they are killing are women and children. Can we at least agree the killing of women and children is wrong, even if it's done by the IDF? Can we agree on that?
Even if it's done by Hamas, you're talking about.
I'm saying if it's done by IDF,
Whoever.
they have killed more women and
Let's
children,
condemn both sides.
and he is just obsessed with Hamas.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Listen. This is very concerning. This is very concerning.
He's more agreed.
No problem. No problem.
You're more twisting, you know.
I'm asking you a question, and you're telling me
I
about Hamas.
I condemn
How
both sides.
am I twisting?
I condemn
I'm
both
asking you
sides.
about Israel. Okay. When it comes to the actions of Israel, Giora Island, one of the officials of Israel said that our goal is to make Palestine, Gaza, unlivable. That's our goal. Daniel Hagari, again, one of the officials, he says, our goal is destruction, not accuracy. Now you tell me, is that something that's acceptable to you?
I said already, I condemn anyone who kills innocent people. Now, that's not
Then can you tell me?
Now you mentioned some names that I do not know who the hell they are.
Daniel Hagari, you don't
I
know?
do not know, mate.
Okay, I'll tell you somebody.
Yeah, I do not know.
Herzog, the president of Israel, Herzog. Do you know him?
Which one?
Herzog.
I do not know.
The prime minister of Israel, Netanyahu. You know him?
If he does evil, yeah, he's condemned also.
And when he said all of Gaza is responsible, including the children, including the women, is that acceptable to you?
No, it's not acceptable. No. Either it's not acceptable. Also, when Hamas attacked innocent people in Israel on October, which you don't condemn that for some reasons.
You didn't even ask me.
Yes, you condemn both sides and you didn't mention, never.
I asked you a question. I asked you a question about Israel. I asked you a question about Israel. You said Hamas, and then you're asking me to condemn. I'm the one that's asked you a question. I haven't received a response, and I'm the one worming around.
I said I condemn both sides. Whoever kills innocent people is condemned.
Well, I can say the same thing as well, but I'm talking about specifics, my friend. I condemn both sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, anyone who's killing innocent people. But I'm asking you about specifics. Specifics. Killing of women and children. When Netanyahu is using Bible verses to justify that, is that acceptable to you?
It's not acceptable to neither side. That's what I'm saying. Nor to Hamas who want
to you. Is it acceptable to you?
Who are having a party when it goes attack and start killing women and children. So I condemn. I condemn also the Israel.
How many people did Hamas kill?
Huh?
How many people did Hamas kill?
It doesn't matter, even if it's
It doesn't matter. Then why are you bringing up October 7th?
Sorry.
According to him, it doesn't even matter. I'm telling you, the death of Israelis do matter. I know to him it doesn't matter. To me it does matter. The death of Palestinians matters. The death of Israelis matter. Now I ask you, do the death of Israelis matter?
Did not the Quran say?
Do the death of Israelis matter?
If you kill one innocent,
Otherwise it's anti-Semitic.
Killing every whole world.
We have an anti-Semite over here.
I am answering according to the
Are
Quran,
you an
my friend.
anti-Semite?
Doesn't matter how.
Why can't you condemn the killing of Israelis?
Anyone who's innocent, doesn't matter how many.
It does matter how many.
If you kill one,
it does matter. How many Jews were killed in the Holocaust? Tell me it doesn't matter how many. Tell me it doesn't matter how many.
If you kill one, it's same as killing everybody.
How many Jews were killed in the Holocaust? How many Jews were killed in the Holocaust? Say how many. Say it doesn't matter how many.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter.
Oh, now it doesn't matter how many.
No.
Now it doesn't matter how many.
Allah said, if you kill one man, it's like killing everybody.
Of course.
Thank you. So
yes. I agree with that.
Leave the numbers. Killing innocent. They kill innocent people there.
Anyone who kills innocent people, it's wrong.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
But would you not agree that Israel has killed, maimed, disabled far more people than Hamas?
Over the years, probably Hamas more, actually.
That's absolutely incorrect. If you just... No. Where's your proof? What evidence? What evidence?
Now,
over the years, thousands of rockets that Hamas
I'll give you a peer-reviewed journal. I'll give you a peer-reviewed journal, Lancet journal, 186,000 just in this massacre alone. Give me a peer-reviewed journal, sir. Go ahead. Give me a peer-review. I've given you a peer-reviewed journal just of this conflict alone. You give me another peer-reviewed journal of anything else. Go ahead.
So Hamas has killed many people and is still...
Look, I don't care about many people. Give me peer-reviewed evidence.
Since the beginning of the conflict,
Gentlemen, sir, proof, please. I don't care about your opinion, with all due respect. Facts don't care about your opinion. Give me evidence. To take over Israel, they've killed so many people. Evidence, sir, give me evidence. Let's speak facts. Let's give facts. Look, you have no facts. Relax yourself, relax yourself. Mate, give me evidence. I'm just asking you for evidence. For us to continue this conversation, I need evidence. I don't care about your opinion. Look, gentlemen, sir, where are you going when you have no evidence? This is what happens. There's absolutely no... Jazakallah, thank you, brother. They have absolutely no evidence whatsoever. Can you respond to his point about the Lancet journal quoting 186,000 people that have been killed? Can you say the same about Hamas? Go ahead.
Can me say about what you mean. I'm saying Hamas started to kill innocent people there.
Since
and
when?
Israel started attacking the Gaza.
So Israel wasn't
If
attacking them
if
before?
October 7 didn't happen, Gaza wouldn't be destroyed now the way how it is. Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
In 2018,
Sorry.
listen to me. I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Leave. You disagree with
I
that?
disagree with that.
You really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I tell you why?
Huh?
Shall I tell you why?
She'll tell you why.
Shall I evidence and tell you why?
There is no evidence, but it's a common sense. If
No.
If Hamas didn't attack
Common
Israel
sense
on
is-
October, you wouldn't have Gaza
Common
destroyed
sense,
now.
common sense says not a single person with a heart and mind can be defending Israel based upon what they're doing. But clearly,
Sorry,
common
I am
sense
not
has become
defending-
uncommon.
You are.
Anything I've asked you
making
about
a
Israel, you've turned to Hamas.
No.
Anything
You
I've
are
said.
making a judgmental.
Yes, I'm making a judgment.
Exactly.
When you're killing women and children, I'm going to be making a judgment. Yes.
Let's start from where it was the root. It started from October. When Hamas started attacking. That's what it
What about
started.
1948? What about the Nakba?
Huh?
What about the Nakba?
What's up?
What about the Nakba?
What is that, man?
What is Nakba? What's October 7th? I can write you a whole essay on October 7th. What's the Nakba? Eh? What's Nakba? I say President Herzog said that he said all the Palestinians are responsible. Eh? Who Herzog?
What is that?
I say Daniel Hagari said the goal is destruction. Eh? Who Daniel Hagari?
When is my time, my boy?
I tell you, peer-reviewed Lancet Journal. Eh? What Lancet Journal? I say October 7th. Ah, yes, October 7th. My friend, you have been drugged by the media.
Are you talking about the history?
You have been drugged by the media.
Sorry.
Your drinks have been spiked by the media.
Which media?
BBC, CNN, Sky, I-24, Haaretz, Times of Israel.
None of them I watched.
So you don't watch the news?
No.
So you're uninformed as well. Not only are you misinformed, you're uninformed as well.
Wait a minute. Now you said
I will wait.
Media misinformed me. When I don't listen, now still I do not know anything.
Yes. Because when you watch the news,
I am not interested. But you're telling me these news are misinformation. Is it right?
I'm telling you exactly that. Because when you
That's
watch
why.
the news, you don't accept everything.
Really?
Do you accept everything that you hear?
Which one you accept?
Do you accept everything that you hear? How did you know about October 7th? Were you there?
Yes.
You were there?
Yeah.
Oh, smiling. He was there October 7th. He's making a mockery of the Israeli people.
Go with him, because to him has to be there.
He jokes with the Jewish and the Israeli
even
people.
on the Caliphate, Muslims they start killing.
The reason why I asked him this was because how on earth would you know about October 7th? Other than two options. Either you were there or you watched it on the news. And he just admitted
Not BBC.
he hasn't
Definitely
seen
there,
it on the
BBC.
news.
None of those are you
Then
mentioned.
which one?
Huh? No.
The Polish Times,
None of them.
the Polish Chronicle,
No.
the Timbuktu Times.
Not in that.
Which one? Tell me then.
You don't understand.
You're
it.
too
You
embarrassed.
don't understand it.
You're too embarrassed.
No, I'm not.
Then tell me.
I am not embarrassed.
Then tell me.
I am not.
Tell me then. What news did you learn from? So I can learn from that news as well.
But you don't understand the language. That's the problem. If you go there.
I will learn the language.
Okay, if you learn the language, then.
What language must I learn?
Yeah.
What language must I learn, sir?
Oh, do you need to learn more languages?
Well, you're saying I need to learn the language for the news.
No,
What
no.
language must I
If you
learn?
want to see to the channel that I watch,
Yes.
you have to learn the different
And that's what
language.
I'm saying. What language do I need to learn?
You cannot learn it anyway. Albanian.
Albanian.
Get it there.
I have many Albanian friends.
See?
And
Does it make
listen.
Does it make it
What's your name?
Doesn't matter. Leave the name aside. Yeah.
I haven't come across Albanians
Yeah.
that I am at odds with. Normally, when it comes to Albanians, we get along. So I am very disappointed in you that you are letting the
My
Albanian side down.
My friend, I get along with everybody.
You
I
are
can get
letting the
along with
Albanian
you,
side down.
Even if you don't get along with me.
You are letting the Albanian side down.
Even if no. I don't let nobody down.
Let me tell you something.
No,
Let me tell you
I don't let
something.
nobody down.
If you want to say something, I will give you 1 minute to speak.
Now, if you have a lot of Albanian, learn some Albanian and you watch the
I
channel
will-
that I saw the news.
I will give you 1 minute to speak, then I will speak in
Okay,
response.
go
Go
for it.
ahead.
You said now you want to watch the channel. You got a lot of Albanian. I suggest now you to learn Albanian. Go for it. So you can learn the news, not from BBC.
You have more time,
Huh?
because then I'm going to respond to you.
In response to the one.
Okay, so he's telling me to learn Albanian.
No, you asked. Sorry.
I did.
You asked.
And
not
your
you.
response was learn Albanian.
Yes. Good.
Yes, that's literally what I just said.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's saying to learn Albanian.
That's good.
Okay. So I must learn Albanian to be informed from this one channel. You watch one channel, yeah?
Exactly, that one channel.
So he watches this one Albanian channel. He doesn't watch anything else.
No. Nothing else.
Okay. He doesn't watch anything else. Yeah? But I think he is lying. He watches one other channel as well. I guarantee he watches one other channel. Yeah?
Apart, when it goes to the news.
And watch. Watch his reaction when I say this. You watch this other channel, watch.
Which one?
Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah.
He watches Cartoon Network as well.
Yeah. That one is the first one. That is the first one.
Let me respond now.
Albanian news is second.
Let me respond now.
That is the first one. I love cartoons, yeah.
1 second. In 2018, the Palestinians tried peaceful protesting. A lot of people suggest this. Why don't you do peaceful protesting? Well, in 2018, the Palestinians tried this. And there is a UN report which was published in 2019. You can read it. It's a 250-page document, single-spaced, that talks about it. It says the Palestinians were in a festive mood. They were unarmed and peacefully protesting. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the response to this? I'll tell you according to the UN report. The Israelis lined up their snipers. And then the report says they, in quotation marks, intentionally targeted children, intentionally targeted disabled people, intentionally targeted medics, and intentionally targeted journalists. In fact, when they weren't intentionally targeting these vulnerable people, in Haaretz, there was one Israeli soldier that was boasting of aiming and targeting at 42 kneecaps of the Palestinians. In other words, if you can't kill them, make them disabled for the rest of their life. And that's why, kind sir, I come here filled with emotion, because anybody that's on social media looking at journalism on the ground, let's just take the news stations out of the equation. People on the ground with raw footage, with no commentary, and you see constantly babies with no heads, no legs, limbs missing, and fathers holding them up and weeping as if they are hoping that their tears will make those limbs grow again. When it comes to Israelis, we don't see footage of maimed children, ladies and gentlemen. It is part of a secret documentary that is only shown to certain celebrities and ministers, and we just have to be okay with what they tell us. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why I come here with a heavy heart and why I come here frustrated. And this gentleman, I know he has a good heart. I know he's good, and I know we're having a back and forth. But I ask you, when you go home, look at the things that I have mentioned, and you will see the barbarity of Israel. Just a few days ago, footage came out of Israeli soldiers from I-24 news channel. Yeah, footage was released of Israelis gang raping a male Palestinian prisoner. Not only did they do that, they then took that individual to the doctor, and the doctor was gobsmacked because he had a torn rectum and he had broken ribs. How badly was that guy raped? And then, you know what Ben Gvir said? Ben Gvir, the ministers, one of the senior ministers, he said, gang raping is okay as long as it is done for the state. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the leaders of Israel. The finance minister, when he heard about this, you know what he said? He said, the problem is with the people that have leaked this footage. They are making Israel look bad. I ask you, gang raping a Palestinian doesn't make you look bad? How sick and twisted do you have to be when you have people justifying gang rape of male Palestinians, sodomizing them? Which scripture is this written in, I ask you? Which scripture says it's okay for you to sodomize these people? And this, according to certain Jewish people, is a Jewish state. Is there no wonder why many Jewish people wash their hands on Israel and say we are free from them and Zionism? Reason being, because they do not represent every single Jewish person, because Judaism has been around for centuries.
Do you know
Israel
who is the first
has
Zionist?
only started
first Zionist?
within 100 years.
Allah is the first Zionist because he lead the people to the promised land, the Jews. He's a Allah. First Zionist is Allah actually. If you go to the history.
Okay, so he says
Allah
that,
is the first Zionist.
I don't know how he's saying Allah led them, because Moses led them, correct?
But Moses was the prophet of Allah, isn't it?
But did Moses
Allah
lead him?
ordered,
Did
isn't
Allah
it?
lead him?
Did
Moses or Allah? Make your mind up. Moses or
doing by
Allah?
himself?
Moses or Allah?
Was Moses doing by himself or Allah command him?
Moses or Allah?
Who is the boss?
So is Allah commanding you now?
Huh?
Allah didn't give you free will?
I'm not his prophet.
Yeah.
I'm not his prophet.
You're barely a human being from where I'm standing, sir.
Okay, maybe you need to take off the glasses then. Now it is better.
You're barely a human being from where I'm
Alright,
standing.
That's fine. That's fine.
Honestly, somebody that hears that sort of stuff, and you said who started Israel? I'll tell you who started Israel. I'll tell you who started Israel. You want the names? I come with receipts today, ladies and gentlemen. I will tell you who started Israel. Yitzhak Sigev. He was the leader of Stern Gang, an extremist party, a terrorist party of Israel. And you know what happened to Yitzhak Sigev? They made him prime minister of Israel. Yes.
According to the
Search
Quran,
this when you go home.
according to the
Oh, he's
Quran,
getting roasted and toasted
the
now.
Jews-
The second name. You probably
the
heard
Jews
this.
had to enter.
David Ben Gurion.
According to the
David
to the
Ben
Quran,
Gurion. He was the leader of the Haganah terrorist group. Not once was he made prime minister. He was made prime minister of Israel twice.
Allah gives this
David
land to us.
Ben Gurion. You might think that's it.
He's in the
Next.
Quran, Allah gives this land.
Menachem. Menachem Begin. He was the leader of Ergun. You know, the same Ergun that blew up King David Hotel? You know, the same Ergun that blew up the King David Hotel that had British people within it, that was labeled a terrorist attack? Yes. What happened to Menachem Begin, ladies and gentlemen? Well, he also became the prime minister of Israel, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I said the beginning and the roots of Israel is terroristic. And David Ben Gurion, was he a Jewish leader? No, I know he's walked off now. He was an atheist, ladies and gentlemen. David Ben Gurion. What about Benjamin Netanyahu? Firstly, that's not even his name. And secondly, Benjamin Netanyahu, ladies and gentlemen, is also an atheist. So when we see what's going on here, when they try to pit religion against religion, false. Nice try. And that's why the same people that came with the challenges initially, they have walked off with their tails between their legs. Is there anybody else that is here to defend Israel? I ask you to come forward, or forever hold your peace. Is there anybody? There is no one. There is yourself, sir.
I was born 4 months before the state of Israel. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
So the gentleman over here is saying he was born 4 months before Israel. He is older than the state of Israel, ladies and gentlemen, by 4 months. And he is agreeing with what I have said. And he is saying what you are saying is true about Yitzhak Sigev, David Ben Gurion, and Menachem Begin. Yeah, remember these names, the leaders of the terrorist organizations, Stern Gang, Haganah, and Ergun. Yes, this is the beginning and the starting of Israel. So when they make Israel to be this small, weak, little country, don't fall into this trap.